Welcome back, y'all. Episode 20, My Road to Recovery. And I got me some new glasses. I'm back. Also, these are tech glasses. Tech glasses, they got a speaker put in here. I can answer the phone, listen to music. Also, look at the stuff that I can't see up close. I can see far away, can't see up close. My Road to Recovery. And so, recovery is a multifaceted process that encompasses physical, emotional, and psychological healing following illness, injury, or challenging life events. It involves not only the restoration of health, but also the rebuilding of one's sense of self and purpose. In medical context, recovery may include rehabilitation, therapy, and life adjustments aimed at regaining strength and functionality. My Road to Recovery. And we talked about N19 narratives, recovery. I was telling you about 19 years sober, it'll be 20 years in April. Everybody's journey is different. Most people associate recovery with substances. Like the minute you say that, they think of substances. Also, for my new subscribers, we got people come on, come off, come on, because you don't really know what this is. This is peer-to-peer. It's an extension of mental health. It's the cool version. It's the non-judgmental version. It's the version where we find solutions before you get in front of somebody who's trying to hand you a little something. And I have a shared experience about exactly that. One of my first, when I was really trying to get off the alcohol, one of my first therapists or counselor sit-downs, I had got in trouble. Common thing back then, it was for absolutely nothing. And every time they do that, it seems like they was trying to program me to be terrible. And so I was like, oh man, I got to find, because I know they got resources and programs in there. Nobody wants to do none of that stuff. I'm going to find this stuff. So I'm sitting in front of the counselor slash therapist. She is a therapist. And the first thing she asked me, she says, hey, so how was your childhood? And how'd your parents treat you? And I was like, damn. But automatically I'm uncomfortable because I'm thinking like, what does that have to do with me? And I've come to terms with I'm making these choices and decisions, regardless of how it's set up. We know that there's influences and things that can make you do stuff, music, rap, whatever. And so I can't specifically go, hey, yeah, because my parents did this back way in 1970, whatever. This is the reason why I'm just blazing, just acting a fool. And she said, no, like that, like, but just get the basis of because a lot of times, a lot of this stuff stems from childhood trauma. Was there any traumatic events, this and that? And just before I get into this, I'm just going to say, before people think that I just, run off and be telling people's stories, peer-to-peer and mental health is confidential. I'm never going to talk about anybody's stuff. This is my own personal experience. Straight from the director's cut. This ain't going to involve anybody else. That's for them to tell their story. If they would love to tell their story, that's not for me. So this just so I can clear that up, this is about me, my experience, one of my first experiences sitting in front of somebody. So she asked me to come back the next day. So I come back and we're talking. And I could tell that she's like, well, what, have you ever tried medication? And I was like, no. I mean, what is that about? Well, you got a lot of anxiety. It seems like, that would calm you down, make you more stable and less anxious. I said, oh, yeah, definitely. And so I signed up to be the little experimental lab rat, right? So she gives me the stuff, and I go get it, and a week goes by, and I'm feeling funny. And I make an appointment immediately to go back and see her. So when we go in there, I asked her, I said, hey, and I was trying to put it in a way where I wasn't because the situation we're in, you got to be careful what you say to women. So I told her, I said, does this stuff mess with your stuff? Oh yeah, I forgot to tell I forgot to tell you. Well, what? Does it make you sterile? She was like, oh no, and she tried to do it. Now anybody starts doing all that, well, then yeah, she doesn't know, or it's something like that, and and so that was my first instance with that, and I quit taking it, and I had to recover from that. So that was another form of trauma. It didn't work out. If it worked out, it'd be different, but it made me feel, and the fact that she was so nosy. And what about me? You're trying to get into my whole family's history. I've studied all that stuff. I know the breakdown, the psychological breakdown of that, and then getting that and using that ammunition to further other things. I need somebody to help me. Ain't nobody helping me. And so that's one form of I had to recover from that. And I got into, I'd been in the AA, but I got more into that. I'm more into AA, NA, and AA. Started doing meetings, started talking, started speaking, and started connecting some stuff together. And then I just stopped at some point, just realizing that I had to stop drinking. And that was I'm trying to remember, that was a specific time where I think I went on a 2.5, 3 year where I wasn't doing anything. And then to fast forward, because I don't want to get into all the stuff in between there that's irrelevant, and also I like to keep this short. I don't want to just go on and be blabbing on like I need somebody to listen to me. I'm being intentional and very, very specific. So recovery also could be a traumatic event. We have a lot of traumatic events in our timeline. We have a lot of people that we listen to their music and things that are not around. That's a part of your life and a part of your culture. Or should I say culture? That's also recovery. Recovery, if you're going to recover, could be that you failed a test. You're going to have to recover from that. Anything that applies pressure to your nervous system, you're going to have to recover from. And so once I started getting into this, and I got into school, and I'm getting my bachelor's degree, and I am probably the happiest I ever been. I actually got a job at the school also. So not only do I work there, but I'm also getting my degree. So just before I would get my bachelor's degree, I'm going to the master's program. They come and let me know, hey, they're closing the school down. And I'm like, what? They said, yeah, they filed bankruptcy, and they're closing the school down. And you have to realize the time that I've spent. To me, it's a lifetime, because building my life back together, I'm there, and I'm just, man, like I told you, something always. Now, is it intentional? I don't like to get into conspiracy theories. There is none for me. I know if it is, if it's not. I know specifically that intentionally that things, adverse forces and stuff trying to stop me from getting my education. And I just know that. So when she told me that, the first thing I did, I gotta get to another school. Man, I gotta get to, and so I applied for NCISS at San Francisco, and I got accepted. And I was gonna complete 4 classes requirement, and they were gonna pay for my master's, and then going into my doctor's. I'm ready. I'm set. And Yeah, my road to recovery. So I get enrolled. I go take it to classes and everything. And then my parents called me and told me that my sister passed away, my younger sister, recovered. Now I'm right there. My nieces need me. It's family. They need me. And so, and that's how I'm looking at it. When people say, "Oh, they need you," whatever. Not, no, 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 no. That's my sister. Me and her was like this. No, 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 no. I know. So yeah, no, no. I'm gonna do that. So at first, I tried to do both. I couldn't. It's too traumatizing, and then the fact, and I did not want to ruin that opportunity. So I had to go to them and explain the situation and tell them that maybe I will do this at a later date. Withdrawal, like I said, something always comes up, boom. But I told myself I'm not starting over. I know what this is about, but I'm not starting over. That's something that I'm not going to do. Absolutely not. And I put that in my mind. Like, regardless of what I do from here, continue doing what you're doing. Take care of this situation and keep pushing forward. And that's another form of recovery. It's a traumatic event, and I have to be the glue. And then also, I'm in academic stuff, and I'm trying to get my career going so I can get somewhere and not be working no job. Because if you work one job, you got to work two more. And that's another form of recovery. And there's many different things from it. It's just like me doing this channel. It's like me doing those clips and all of that come from individuals that I do like that. Don't think like they messing with them apps all the time. I got to call them, do certain things so I get it done. But I continuously do it because I know it's important. I know it is. And I don't care about numbers. I don't care about nothing that. You're not messing with my emotions over something that you can physically alter at any time that you get ready. Recovery. I'm recovered. I understand who I am, and I understand what I need to do in my life. So, episode 20, my road to recovery, and conclusion. I'm going to have some more things going. I know I say that, but, this is a job. This is really a job. This is another job, and I'm trying to keep it consistent and put other stuff in there. Also, I have a lot of videos. None of them were probably more than 15 minutes. I think the longest one is 20 minutes. They're sitting in the graveyard because they're not going to push them. They just sit there. You got to physically come to my site and look at them. They're very helpful and very insightful. They will give you a lot of insight on things of this nature. So I thank you. I appreciate you. Episode 20, my road to recovery, my perspective. Until next time.